we are going to be making a script, or I'm going to be attempting to make a script. I'm going to send out a Discord notif. Actually, the last time I streamed. Oh my god, I haven't streamed like 5. Dude, it's been so long. It's fine though. I'll grind it all out. Alright, I think. Yeah, I think these are all. Should be chill. Do that. I need to open up Chatterino. Bump, 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 bump. Alright. How am I gonna intro this? How am I going to intro this video? Need some music. Just get like Pizza Tower in the background. Alright. Yeah, it seems fine. Do that, do that, do that. Alright. Let's make this video. Script. I think, how do I want to... It's not loud noise. Oh. How do I want to write this? I'm just very, I haven't played Pokemon Unite in a while. Let's see what I've missed, shall we? Maybe there's some very... Alright, when you load in... You can participate in a battle to get your reward. Alright, it's 5:01. Let's see how long it takes. Okay. What event? Login bonus. Login every day. Okay. Oh, I have a returning player bonus. What's the warm-up? Player trial bonus. That's rank. I keep on demoting because I haven't played. I only played in the first. I guess like. Just give me all this. Alright, so I have to collect rewards. And I'm gonna list the rewards out so I can list them. So what was it? Login bonus, warm up event thing, turning player bonus, season, ranked rewards. News. Referral process. Dude, how many pop? Battle pass. Premium battle pass. There's a thing that was already over. Alright, there's a whole new emblem system. So that squirrel. Whoa, his recall is a pirate boat. Ah, that was energy reward. I got him a champ. Yeah, sure. There's like 8 different. I might move. Claim. Hello. There's like 8 different events. How do I even signify that? Alright, I gotta go with it. Let's do. How do I want this intro? Maybe it's like. I could just get like overloaded with like pop-ups. So Unite squad looking. Don't worry. Where's the reward shop? I want. And I only played the first season. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite came out. I only played the first season. Oh, this music louder. Let's see. A new stuff has been added. I think I do. Now it's too loud. It was like not that loud, but now it's too loud. Like that. So I don't know if I like this. I'll just put my ear back. So well, the good news is well, it took about 10 minutes. The good news is that there is, I think, I think at the start of the video, I want to like go over all the new stuff. Well, but the good news is that there's. So let me look this up. $56. All right. Apparently there's I feel like I should take a screenshot of this before it goes away. So I'll just do this. Wait, do I want to make this? Yeah. Let's see what that. Well, it took off. But the good news is, uh, I got a lot of free stuff from that. But news is, there is I'm playing against a Mewtwo, and I keep getting one shot. I don't know how I feel about that. See, this game's pretty simple. Level up and dunk your balls. In the net. There's a better way I can do that. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite came out, and I only played the first season. Let's see what new stuff has been added. I don't like that. Let's see what new stuff has been added. Can't even notice from Pokemon Go. Actually. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite came out, and maybe I should bring the Mewtwo stuff up first thing. Mewtwo's pretty good intro. And I only... But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo, and I keep getting one shot. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite came out, and I, I only have one goal. Get to the best rank. But first, let's see what new stuff has been added. Well, it took about 10 minutes to get through all those, but the good news is I got a lot of free stuff from that. But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo and I keep getting one shot. You see, this game is pretty simple. You see, this game is pretty simple. You get You see, this game is pretty simple. You wait for a good Pokemon to come out, and you pick that one. Actually, no. You see, this game is pretty simple. You pick a good Pokemon. Wait, no. You pick... You wait until a new Pokemon comes out and play that one. But in order to see... Well, in order to see who's really the best Pokemon, I decided... In order to see who is really the best Pokemon, I decided... I decided to first win a ranked game with every Pokemon. I want Leaf. You have no one on defense. It's crazy. But lost. Where the crown is. Shows clips of me being good at Pokemon Unite. Turns out it's pretty easy. First one through some... First played Pikachu. Actually good. Hmm. Turns out it's pretty. I think. Where do I want to lead this? I kind of want to go over every single Pokemon. Like the at the start, I was just trying to win with every single Pokemon, and then I want to be like, oh wait, you can't. It costs a lot of money. But all right, it's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite first came out. First came out, and I only have one goal: get to the best rank. But first, let's see what new stuff's been added. What new stuff's been added? New stuff. First, let's see what new stuff's been added. Well, that took about. Well, that took about 10 minutes. But the good news is that I got a lot of free stuff from that. But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo and I keep getting one shot. You see, this game is pretty simple. You wait until a new Pokemon comes out and you play that one. You see, playing Mewtwo, it's like you see, not playing Mewtwo. See, not playing Mewtwo is like saying you don't want to have fun. You see, not playing Mewtwo is like saying. I think I could go to the angle. When Pokemon Unite first came out, complaining about people. People were complaining about people love of items with money. And now just do that with characters. And now just do that with characters. Like, I remember a Snorlax. Best Pokemon. But now he's, well. This is one, right? Well, that took about 10 minutes, but the good news is that I got a lot of free stuff from that. But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo and I keep getting one shot. You see, this game is pretty simple. You wait until a new Pokemon comes out, and you play that one. And you play that one. Well, when Pokemon Unite first came out, people were complaining about people leveling up items with money. Now they just do that with characters. Like, I remember Snorlax being one of the best Pokemon, but now he's, well... But in order to see this... But in order to see... It's true. I wanted to test who is really the best Pokemon. I want to test who are the better Pokemon in Pokemon Unite. So I decided to win a ranked game with every Pokemon. Turns out it's pretty easy if you play it. Turns out it's pretty easy. Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. I first played some attackers. Which can really carry the game. Why do I feel like I'm by myself? Playing an all-rounder, bro. I don't do damage. That's why he was so dog. First play some attackers, which should really carry the game. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite first came out, and I only have one goal: get to the best rank. But first, let's see what new stuff's been added. Well, that took about 10 minutes to get through. But the good news is that I got a lot of free stuff from that. But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo, and I keep getting one shot. You see, this game is pretty simple. You wait until a new Pokemon comes out, and you play that one. Well, you play that one. You play that one. When Pokemon Unite first came out, people were complaining about people leveling up items with money. Leveling up items with money. And yeah, have those. And an emblem system. And a new emblem system. That I don't feel like learning. But now they also do that. But now But now they just do that with characters. Let me do okay. And they release a lot of those. All right, let's do. And they release a lot of those. I go there. Which honestly, they, which I personally kind of like. Which I personally kind of like, even if some are kind of power creeped versions of others. But in order to see if this was true, I want to test. I wanted to test. But in order to see if this was true, I wanted to test. Test what? So real, John. Yeah, I'm writing a script for the Pokemon Unite video. This is not English right here, so I was rereading it. It's not English. I wanted to test what the better characters are in Pokemon Unite. I wanted to test which Pokemon were the best and which Pokemon were the best. I'll just do that. Which I personally kind of like, even if some are kind of power creeped versions of others. Like, I remember Snorlax being one of the best Pokemon, but now he's, well, test which Pokemon Unite characters were the best. I guess I don't need to say Pokemon Unite since, you know, this is a video about Pokemon Unite. So I'm just going to say which Pokemon are the best. But in order to see if this was true, I want to test which Pokemon are the best in the game. I want to do that. So, I decide to first win a ranked game with every Pokemon. So, I think I need to. So, before I go for Master Rank, I decide to first win a ranked game with every Pokemon. Alright. Seems simple enough. We're the best. You know, it doesn't need to be correct English. We're the best like no one ever was. True. Scripts don't need to be correct English, they just need to sound good when read aloud. I'm gonna lower the music a little bit. What's up? Decided to finally work on this. Like, and I'm more productive when I stream because it forces, like, I usually just get distracted looking at our stuff. When did they release everyone? Anyway, when did I stop playing? I think I stopped playing around maybe here. I don't think I was there for Mamoswine. Like, I remember these coming out, but I didn't play them. I didn't play these. Maybe I got Mamoswine. I don't think so. I think it was just these. But yeah, they at least so many. Huh. All right. I don't know if I like this part. So before I go for Master Rank, I decided to first win a rank game with every Pokemon. Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. I first played some attackers, which can really just carry the game. Just carry the game. And the game is but don't worry. Don't worry, the game is still decided right here at Zapdos. But it's now Rayquaza, so I'm gonna like how do I don't worry, the game is still decided right here at Zapdos. Or now Rayquaza. I guess that's a bit more fitting. I guess that's a bit more fitting. I haven't looked at much footage on you. So I play as Mamoswine. Play as Greninja. And I could probably just show like a steal right here. Show a steal. Because I'm cool. Um, First up, the Water Ninja Frog. I'm not gonna go over every single one. This section of me playing with every character is gonna be probably pretty short. Cause like I don't know how much like. Cause like. I think I beat them all today. Yeah, I played. Oh, this is my guy right here. Freaking Crustle. Montage time. It is kind of a montage moment right here. Show a steal. And then like it would be like other hype moments in my matches, I would say. Cause there's probably many. I don't know. I couldn't be like, oh I beat it with Pikachu and then Alolan Ninetales and Greninja. And then I play with the defenders, Blastoise and uh Snorlax and stuff. It is kind of a montage moment though. I could write it down for now. Because I have that. And then do I complete it today? Yeah, this is my last game of the day. With Cinderace where I just win. Telling you these double points. Alright. Let me just win. Pikachu Electro Dub. Ninetales froze out the competition. And Cinderace came in hot. Yeah, I could. I don't know if I don't know if it's what I'm going for, but honestly, someone whip those out. I guess I could just say montage time for now. Because, like, this is even the main part of the video. It was, like, I thought it would be, like, the grind to Masters. Because I only did that, like, a few days. I literally only have, like, 4 VODs. I played part of this day, part of this day, and then these are the 2 days I grinded for Masters. Basically. You gotta make things a little cheeky, otherwise, boring. Don't worry. I'll I'll get them done. I'll actually have to edit hard on this one. I got this one. This one I didn't play that much this day. I think I was just looking at characters. I can go and yeah, that'll be this. Not playing Pokemon. You're playing not Pokemon Sleep. Don't worry, don't worry. This is not gonna be Pokemon Sleep content. I want to look. I looked up if there was Pokemon Sleep content because I'm like, surely someone's doing it. And then I just saw someone with like posting like every day Pokemon Sleep content. I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is not going to bed, or he is going to bed. I follow someone who does that. What's that involve? Be like, all right, guys, I slept. I feel like more of a vlog. VGC. I kind of want to have a VGC arc at some point. But tomorrow's the DLC, so I gotta. Was it something? You forgot? It's alright. DLC. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be funny. The title of the DLC video, I already got it planned. Let's see. I did everything in the Pokemon DLC in 24 hours. Probably don't even need to do 24 hours. I'm gonna do like 12 hours on the Candy Apple Dragon. That guy looks cool. The new Pokemon have cool shinies. That's the cool thing. Yeah, I don't know how much it's really gonna add. That's gonna be anything crazy. At around 8 or 9. Yeah, I think it's like 9. Because it all drops at once. Yeah, 9 o'clock tomorrow. I gotta be streaming. And just, I'm gonna grind through that and do something about it. Better sleep well tonight. I can't sleep, guys. Oh my god. DLC. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Montage, I write. If I decide to add something else, I'll do it later. Cause like, it's hard writing scripts for these types of videos. Cause like, I feel like sometimes, like, yeah, I'm guiding a story right now, but at sometimes I'm gonna just do a voiceover because I want to see how it like edits. So we're gonna skip this part. You know, we do the montage. Me with and that's how I completed. That's how I won a game with every Pokemon I had. You see, I was on using these licenses. Use the other characters, but you can't really use them in comp. Just plan on using these. Using these characters comp, but you can't really do that. Which makes sense. Run down a game. What's a funny Pokemon with Buzzwole or something? With Zoroark. I'll just say Zoroark. Zoroark. So
I decided to do an alternate route. Money. I was going to buy every... Wait, never mind. That's too expensive. Out of luck. Uh, out of luck. I still decided to grind to master rank. But find a perfect character. Spend multiple hours looking through move sets. Looking through move sets. Should I bait him? I'm be like, I was gonna use mute, but then I use Crustle. Cause like, but I gotta reference Crustle somewhere in here. Can really just carry the game. Then I use Crustle. This guy, amazing. I don't know what to freaking say here. What do I say? Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. First play some attackers, which can really just carry the game. Then I use Crustle. And this guy. And this guy. And I did most of the... This was the Pokemon that carried me to Master Rank in the first season. I decided... Mainly because... They're all... Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. I first played some attackers, which can really just carry the game. And then I also used defenders. Some defenders. Like Crustle. And oh boy, I love Crustle. Oh boy. I love Crustle. Perfect character. I spent multiple hours looking through move sets, character rankings, looking through move sets, tier lists. It's a bit lost. Till I saw Mute. This character had access Which out. Which basically it was kind of like my original challenge. With winning with every character. And that... ah. I'm just kidding, I picked Crustle. Till I saw Mew. This character had access to multiple moves that you can switch out. You can switch out throughout the game. Which was basically kind of like my original challenge with winning with every character. Winning with every Pokemon. I'm just kidding. I picked Crustle. But I'm like, and that's how I won a game with every Pokemon. With every Pokemon I had. You see it with every Pokemon I had. You see, I was planning on using these free-to-play characters and that rotate every week, but you can't really do that in ranked. But you can't really use them in ranked, which, you know, makes sense. Which, you know, makes sense because I'd probably run a lot of games down a Zoroark. Which, you know, makes sense because I'd probably run a lot of games down with Zoroark. So I decided to do an alternate route. Money. Yes. I was going to buy every Pokemon Unite character. Wait, never mind, that's too expensive. Alright, I'm out of luck. Alright. Alright, out of my luck. Should I do out of my luck? Alright, out of my luck. Alright, out of my luck. I still had the idea of grinding to master rank. Trying to master rank. Rank to prove that one, prove that one, this game is an easy game. One, you can get, you can get, you can get far. You can get far with the character that's not Mewtwo. And two, that I was a good gamer. You see? You see, my Twitch chat has the idea that I'm bad at games. Probably because all I do is shiny hunt. But I had to prove it to them. But first I needed to find a perfect character. I needed to find my perfect character. I spent multiple hours looking through movesets, tier lists, and was a bit lost. Until I saw Mew. This character had access to... This character was an attacker that had access to multiple moves that you can switch out throughout the whole game. Which was basically kind of like my original challenge with winning with every Pokemon, making it the best character to pick. I'm just kidding. I picked Crustle. That guy's awesome. That guy is awesome. Like, really. Like, really. I'm surprised this guy is even in the game. Like, really, I'm surprised this guy's even in the game. But it turns out Crustle is really good. Alright, let's see here. Let's see. It's been over 2 years. I'm gonna do a reread. I'm gonna do a reread. Because I want to see if I like or don't like anything. I might tie my hair up because I'm keep on touching it. Because I'm like freaking anxious. Ah, looks bad. No. My hair gets so messed up because I freaking toss it. Alright. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite first came out. And I only have one goal. Get to the best rank. But first, let's see what new stuff's been added. Oh, that took about 10 minutes to get through. But the good news is that I got a lot of free stuff from that. But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo and I keep getting one shot. You see, this game is pretty simple. You wait until a new Pokemon comes out and you play that one. When Pokemon Unite first came out, people were complaining about people leveling up items with money. And yeah, they still do that, but And yeah, they still do that and have a new emblem system that I don't feel like learning. But now they just do that with characters. And they release a lot of those, which I personally kind of like, actually. Even if some are kind of power creep versions of others. Like, I remember Snorlax being one of the best Pokemon, but now he's, well, looks okay. But in order to see if this was true, I want to test which Pokemon. I want to test which Pokemon was the best in the game. So before I go for Master Rank, I decided to first. So before I go to Master Rank, I decided to first win a rank game with every Pokemon. Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. I first played some attackers, which can really just carry the game, and then I also used some defenders like Crustle and oh boy, I love Crustle. But don't worry, the game is still decided right here. But don't worry, the game is still decided right here at Zapdos. Or now Rayquaza. I guess that's actually a bit more fitting. Actually, a bit more fitting. And I was adding a bit more love for this game. Seeing all the new champions, all new Pokemon, Rack was pretty fun. Out me of why I grinded this game much at launch. After playing with some speedster, but after playing at launch, and after all those games, and after all those games, I had one final game with Cinderace. I did most of the attackers earlier, but I saved Cinderace for last because this was the Pokemon that carried me to Master Rank in the first season. Mainly because you can hit Zet in the first season. This character was busted. This character was busted. This character Pokemon was busted. This character was busted. Was busted. And I won that game easily. And that's how I won a game with every Pokemon I had. You see, I was planning on using these free-to-play characters that rotate every week, but rotate every week. Do this challenge, but you can't really use them in ranked, which makes sense because I would probably run a lot of games down with Zoroark. So I decided to do an alternate route. I decided to use an alternate route. Money. Yes, I was going to buy every Pokemon. I was going to buy every Pokemon Unite kit. Okay, Coco's working. Yes. I was going to buy every Pokemon Unite character. Wait, never mind. That's too expensive. All right, out of my luck. I'm not saying out of my luck. Holy, I'm not doing that. All right, out of luck. I still had All right, out of my luck, I still had I still had the idea I still had the idea of this of grinding I still had the idea of grinding to master rank to prove that one, you can get far with a character that's not Mewtwo, and two, that I was a good gamer. You see, my Twitch chat has the idea that I'm bad at games, probably because all I do is shiny hunt, but I had to prove it to them. Coco's going crazy. I might have to stop her in a sec. She barks again. I'm gonna shake on her. All right. Oh my god, she's barking again. What? See, my Twitch chat has the idea that I'm bad at games, probably because all I do is shiny hunt, but I had to prove it to them. And to my cousin. And to my cousin. Because after that Minecraft video, after that the Minecraft speedrun video, I did pretty. He thought I was trash. He thought I was trash. But first, I needed to find my perfect character. I spent multiple hours looking through movesets, tier lists, and was a bit lost until I saw Mew. This character was an attacker that had access to multiple moves that you can switch out throughout the whole game, which was basically kind of like my original challenge with winning with every Pokemon, making it the best character to pick. I was just kidding. I picked Crustle. That guy's awesome. Like really, I'm surprised this guy isn't even in the game. Is he even in the game? And it turns out Crustle's really good. And it turns out Crustle's really good. All right. My teammate died. This is really good. After I won with every Pokemon, I was around. Dude, Coke. Dang. Cramorant doing it like dead.
He's gonna die. Oh my god, nothing's even happening up there.
That was crazy. My Cramorant's asleep. Got that. Can I get some Cramorant? What the heck? He's like dead. Oh my god. This is doomed, bro. At least this lane's doomed. What's up, Leica? Looks so much better before. I play. It just.
You win! 5,
We're so back.
3, 2, 1!
Points there. There, 180. It's another 100. When is he going to start losing? I'm concerned for his ego. Not from mastering. I. Veteran and ultra. I started out this far. Alright. The first season, I guess. I started out this far because I got Masters in the first season. And it's Rising in GTA far further. One. Oh, my first stream back. My first stream. Into the ranks. My first stream time into the rank was Arden. And at first, I was questioning Hustle Pick and other Pokemon. Oh, for games. What? But they just kept on getting better. And I picked Russell. This pick worked out pretty well because both players want to play attackers, and with want to play attackers and Russell. Most most players want to play attackers. First, they kind of I picked Defender Russell. But they just kept on getting better when I picked Russell. This pick worked out pretty well because most players wanted to play attackers, and Russell that to be a defender. So, have fun. throughout the game. You choose two. You can choose 2 moves to use the entire game. Entire game out of 4. Out of 4. In Pokemon Unite, you can choose 2 moves to use the entire game out of 4. Out of 4 moves total. This allows for different sets. This allows for different moves to be used. But I chose also with allows for different sets of moves to use, but I mainly chose also used the Shell Smash and Exit. Shell Smash and Exit. Actually, I don't like it makes you go faster. I don't know if it does anything else. Okay. Shell Smash. Basically, makes me quick. Pokemon can't stop me. And X-Scissor hits people. And X-Scissor hits big area and makes them not do anything. Also, pretty tanky. I can just run in, use X-Scissor, and then run out with Shell Smash. Run out with Shell Smash. Shell Smash. I kept it. And I kept winning.
What time is it? But it's a
I kept winning. Safeguard. We're so back.
5,
We're so back.
3, 2, 1. Time's up.
So back, so back. Only time I played other characters is if someone already took Crustle or there are no attackers at all. Or there are no attackers. Or there are. The only time I played other characters is if someone already took Crustle or there wasn't. The only time I played other characters is if the composition. The team comp really needed it or Crustle was taken. And after that win, I caught Ultra. And after that win, I already got to Ultra rank on basically day 1 or 2. On basically day 1. Okay. I just realized my mic's muted because freaking people talking to me. And after that win, I already got to Ultra rank on basically day 1. Or Crustle. The only time I played our characters is if the team comp really needed it or Crustle was just taken. And after that win, I already got to Ultra rank on basically day 1. I decided to call it a break and go on to day 2. I decided to call it a break and go on to day 2. Yeah, watch something. I decided to call it a break and go on to day 2. Alright, apparently I have chicken nuggies, so I'm gonna go grab those. And then I'm gonna watch something or something. Alright. Oops. What do I want to do?
Yeah, good job.
Alright, I haven't watched this guy in like forever. I don't know. Top's video. Look it up.
Tremillion, you made this gym super easy. Oh, Tremillion, you're evolving. Oh, dang.
I
Yeah,
can check
hell
it.
yeah, I got wings now. Yeah, thank Arceus this wasn't 20 years ago. Wait, what happened 20 years ago? Are you
Well.
telling me I went through all of that pain just to not be able to use my wings? What even was the point of that?
What?
What is going on, guys? This is Dobbs here, bringing you another Pokemon video. And in this video, I'm gonna go over 50 hilarious fails in Pokemon. So yeah, with that said, let's do this. Alright, let's start with this bird keeper.
That was a fail.
The fact that this bird keeper is stuck on this island in Kanto forever. And I mean forever, because he doesn't have any Pokemon that can surf or fly away, which he even states so himself. So yeah, giant fail. Another fail is the fact that Cyrus went out of his way to
What?
obtain a red chain to control Dialga and Palkia.
I
when
watch a
every
Pulse
single
Effects
one of his
video.
Pokemon was caught in a Master Ball. Like, why not just
Massive fail.
Time to show you
This guy makes some pretty good videos.
all how Pokemon Stadium 2 is the classic Nintendo 64 battle simulator with 16 gym leaders, amazing minigames, and a 4-part stadium struggle that was finally released onto the Nintendo Switch Online. And with the game now being more accessible than ever, I figured it was about time to show you all how
play music.
speedrunners broke Pokemon Stadium 2 using only rental Pokemon. Because much like Pokemon Stadium 1 on the Nintendo Switch, you're forced to use only rental Pokemon since you can't connect any of the Game Boy Color games to it like you could on the original Nintendo 64 version. And from what I can
Wait,
tell,
what?
this is a big problem for most players that aren't speedrunners. All because the rules for the speedrun state that you're not allowed to use Pokemon from your Game Boy cartridges on the main leaderboards, which actually adds a lot of strategy to how the games will be taken on in a speedrun setting, given the limitations of these rental Pokemon. One common pattern you'll notice with these rental Pokemon is how awful the movesets are for a lot of the fully evolved Pokemon. Just as an example, Dragonite, Typhlosion, and Gengar have access to these fantastically awful options.
Oh,
and they
yeah.
are the only Pokemon like this.
I've
Many of
seen
the
that. This is
final
weird.
evolutions, pseudo-legendary, and legendary Pokemon
The
have some
weirdest.
nasty movesets too.
They're
Of
so
course,
bad.
Not every fully evolved Pokemon is like this, but it's pretty rare to find a good one. Which is why a lot of the time, non-fully evolved Pokemon like Abra or Kadabra are chosen over fully evolved Pokemon like Alakazam. And it's easy
That's
to
wild.
see why when you compare both movesets. But with more than 200 rental Pokemon to choose from, which ones contain the best movesets for speedrunning Pokemon Stadium 2? Well,
Level
that's a
50
pretty sad
hardened
question with
Metapod.
how many
What the
different
heck?
Pokemon facilities there are in this game. So in order to narrow it down a little bit and make this video a reasonable length, let's focus on the most popular category, Gym Leader Castle Round 1. Before we move on to the Gym Leader Castle, I wanted to let you all know that with the Pokemon DLC coming out, I'll be live streaming the entire thing from start to finish without stopping on twitch.tv/pulseeffects. So follow me there and I hope to see you there. Inside of the Gym Leader Castle, you'll be facing all 16 Kanto and Johto
Nice
gym
plug.
leaders
Wait,
or
what
Team
is it?
Rocket in
I
a
didn't. But it comes out at 4? Oh, that's when it goes live.
Elite Four members, and the final boss, Red. This speedrun is typically done with a completed save file in order to face gym leaders in any order. And since the Kanto gym leaders are much tougher opponents than the Johto gym leaders, fighting the Kanto ones first will be much more efficient for a speedrun of Pokemon Stadium 2 Gym Leader Castle. Each of these gym leaders in the castle will need a dedicated team to take them on optimally, which is a pretty easy thing to put together since you can pre-register a bunch of teams before you take them on. As for the actual teams we'll choose for the speedrun, one such team on this list is this nearly monotype grass team with Zapdos on it in order to take on Misty. This team is essentially chosen in order to minimize the odds of Misty sending out Quagsire so that you can sweep her with Zapdos' electric moves. If Quagsire is ever chosen, that's an immediate reset. You'll also notice a pretty similar story with Brock as well, since Venusaur is the only Pokemon needed to KO 4 out of 6 of his Pokemon with a times 4
Rock
weakness
types,
to
bro.
Giga Drain. If Pinsir or Fortress are ever chosen for his team, that is also an immediate reset. Of course, you could still try and win the battle if Brock or Misty bring these Pokemon, but the odds of these Pokemon not showing up in the first place is extremely worth resetting for this early on, since it saves so much time not seeing them in the first place. Luckily for speedrunners, gym leaders also have an ace Pokemon that they'll always bring to every single fight, which makes getting the most efficient team much easier with Misty.
Pokemon
Always
speedruns are
brings
so
Starmie, and
RNG,
much
bro.
easier for Brock, who always brings Onyx. What's really interesting about this team choice system is that it's all based on this crazy algorithm that takes into account a ton of factors, like how your team of 6 will do against their team of 6, the damage you can do, the damage they can do, what every single move they have does or can do, like raise or lower stats, or status, and flinch you. It's seriously crazy just how much detail this game goes into just to counter you. But thanks to all these calculations, that becomes its biggest flaw, since all these calculations can be countered by your own calculations. But while countering teams is pretty important in this speedrun, there are other Pokemon chosen for other reasons. If you happen to look at every single one of these teams close enough, you might just notice one thing. Almost every pre-made team contains at least one exploding Pokemon, because exploding moves
Nice.
are really dumb in older generations of Pokemon. Not only do they both have at least a 200 base power, but are a normal type move that halves the opponent's defense at the cost of your Pokemon's entire HP bar. But even with such a high cost, it becomes very worth the sacrifice, because these exploding moves
Pretty
are
quick.
amazing against extremely bulky Pokemon, or to just get rid of an annoying lead Pokemon that your opponent might bring to the battle. Whitney, the Elite Four, and Red are fantastic examples of this, since they all have some pretty bulky Pokemon on their teams. However, the power that your opponent possesses can also be made into a weapon. How exactly? Well, let me introduce you to my favorite Pokemon of all time, Wobbuffet.
Oh,
Wobbuffet
Mirror
is a
Coat.
lovely, silly
Counter.
ball of fun that threatens many Nuzlocke with its Shadow Tag ability and moves like Mirror Coat and Counter. Both Mirror Coat and Counter do double the damage back to an opponent after a move is successfully used on them. And these two moves are
You're gonna know what they
especially
use, bro.
ridiculous on Wobbuffet when you take into account its absolutely ridiculous HP stat. This boy just don't die to anything, and even when it does get close to dying, Destiny Bond is there to make sure that it'll take down an opponent alongside it fainting. But the strategies I've mentioned thus far aren't exclusive to just Wobbuffet or even some of the exploding Pokemon, because really weak Pokemon like Corsola become an extremely awesome tool when using Mirror Coat. Even Pokemon like the unevolved Haunter have enough power and speed to abuse its special attack just before
Unevolved
taking
Haunter's
down
at like
enemies that
okay,
are
I don't know why it's
about
called
to
an
KO
unevolved
it
Haunter.
with
Haunter's
Destiny
pretty
Bond.
good.
But I'd argue the
Like
most
Loki.
powerful of these rental Pokemon is Voltorb, because this rental Voltorb has
What?
access to both self-destruct and Mirror Coat. And even with its mediocre
Mirror
stats,
Coat?
Voltorb typically survives Mirror Coats, then booms immediately
That's funny.
afterwards, making it such
That's
a
good against,
powerful
like, two
weapon
Pokemon,
against
yeah.
the threats each of these gym leaders presents to us. And even with all these boomers, mirror coders, and destiny bonders in our party, speedrunners will still require some basic power to mow through the competition.
You'll
This
need
is
it
where
at the
Pokemon
end.
like Abra, Kadabra, Jinx, Heracross, Fearow,
You
Zapdos,
showed like a
Diglett,
Mega
and
Heracross.
Pterodactyl are needed for their powerful stat
Why do you
moves.
show Mega
But
Heracross?
then there's trainers like Red. Not only does Red not have an ace Pokemon to make team countering easier, but he also has an extremely stacked team with some ridiculous items. So in order to beat him optimally, we're gonna need to use every move I've mentioned thus far against him, which makes the best team to use the team of Weezing, Wobbuffet, and Haunter. Now to showcase just how amazing these three
Such
Pokemon
cheese
are,
comps,
I'll be
bro.
using the team he brought
Such
against
cheese.
Worcester's latest Stadium 2 world record as an example. During the battle against Worcester, Red brought the team of Typhlosion, Feraligatr, and Tauros, which is the most likely team he'll bring against you, sitting at about 42.19% odds. And all that's needed to beat it are Weezing's self-destruct on Typhlosion, Wobbuffet's counter for Taurus's insane move pool, and a Destiny Bond from either Haunter or Wobbuffet for Red's Feraligatr. Of course, this is only one scenario out of 8 for speedrunners, which might be completely different for you depending on the team you choose to bring. And for those who want to try this team countering stuff for yourself,
a lot
look
of
no further
counters.
than Generic Mad Scientist Stadium 2 AI Manipulator. Generic Mad Scientist deserves all the love for taking the time to painstakingly figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, it's a
so
lot.
if you want to do them
All right, good video. Good video. Pulse focus good. Good. All right. I'm gonna close my door. And calm down my dog. Jeez. Ah.
I am back. I decided to call it a break and go to day 2.
And there we are live.
Like 3 of them. Little bro.
This guy just. I'm gonna catch this dude. Flashed. Oh, where's she figure coming now? Jesus Christ. Your team seems a little outclassed this game, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't even know what my jungler is doing. He's just sitting in the same location.
Basically. The only time I played other characters is if the team comp really needed it or Crustle's taken. And after that win, I already got to ultra rank on basically day 1. I was on good pace. And at a rank right below Masters. So I decided to call it a break and go on to day 2.
Alright, he banked. I won't even try to steal this. Did they get that? Oh my god, Eldegoss actually got that. That's crazy. I don't know. Like, I was spamming B. I don't know what my guy was doing.
So I decided to call it a break and go on to day 2. Then where do I want to lead it? And just be like,
The Mewtwo.
why am I getting bopped? And it was going just as well as the first. And it was going just as well as day 1.
They two-footed. How was this? I was 8-1 in ultra rank, but then I slowly started to lose that lose some of that lead. This is the one I want. Whatever. Bro, my forehead's fat AF. It's so funny. It's so fat here. Holy. Look at this shit. This is like the worst set I could have taken. And it got even worse. I misclicked Pikachu. You see, in season 1, this was my most played character. But right now, Pikachu is simply outclassed. And it got even worse. I misclicked and selected Pikachu. See, in season 1, this was my most played character. But right now, Pikachu is simply outclassed and does no damage. We somehow won that game. At this point, it was getting a little obvious how broken Mewtwo actually was. At this point, it was getting a little obvious how broken Mewtwo actually was. It's so funny. It's so funny. Just... Ultra Class 1. I was invited to like a team. That's funny, it actually was. Like, if my team didn't have a Mewtwo Y, then I was a little disheartened. Also, there is Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y, but according to Reddit, Mewtwo Y counters Mewtwo X, and that can be told through the and that can be told through the win rate. That can be told through the win rate. But after all these games, I had to claw my way to the top. To Masters. I was winning. I was winning into losing into winning. I was winning into losing into winning. But after 2 days of grinding, I took Russell to Masters. I took Russell to Masters. Kind of want to go over how I have a freaking Joy-Con. Really good. I was going to pick a attacker. Attacker like Decidueye. But I realized I'm playing on Joy-Con and it's kind of hard to aim on them. On Joy-Con and it's kind of hard to aim on them. Close my door. Name it a time it never was. Oh yeah, my music stopped. Cause I stopped it. Oh, Coco. You opening my door? You know, no, you can't have that. I gave you some stuff, buddy. Alright. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite first came out, and I only have one goal: get to the best rank, Masters. But first, let's see what new stuff has been added. Well, that took about 10 minutes to get through, but the good news is that I got a lot of free stuff from that. But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo and I keep getting one shot. You see, this game is pretty simple. You wait until a new Pokemon comes out and you play that one. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Yeah, it's pretty easy. When Pokemon Unite first came out, you see, this game is pretty simple. You wait until a new Pokemon comes out, and you play that one. Yeah, it's pretty easy. When Pokemon Unite first came out, people were complaining about people leveling up items with money. And yeah, they still do that. And a new emblem system that I don't feel like learning. But and yeah, they still do that. And yeah, they still do that. And have a new emblem system that I don't feel like learning. But now they just do that. But now they get money with characters. But now they get money with characters and skins. But I'm not going into that. And skins, of course. But now they get money with characters and skins, of course. And skins, of course. They release a lot of those. Which I personally kind of like. Even if some... But now they get money with characters. And skins. And they release... But now they get money with characters. And skins. And they release a lot of those. Which I personally kind of like. Actually. Even if some are kind of power creep versions of others. Like, I remember Snorlax being one of the best Pokemon at the start of the game. But now he's, well, not good. But now he's, well, not good. But in order to see if that was true, this is true. In order to see if this is true, I wanted to test which Pokemon were the best in the game. So before I go for Master Rank, I decided to first win a ranked game with every Pokemon. Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. I first played some attackers, which can really just carry the game, and then I also played some defenders like Crustle, and oh boy, I love Crustle. But don't worry, the game is still decided right here at Zapdos, or now Rayquaza. I guess that's actually a bit more fitting. Actually, that's a bit more fitting. Actually, that's a bit more fitting. Basically, you get points by defeating Pokemon. Basically, you get points by defeating Pokemon. Basically, you get points by defeating Pokemon, and you put those points in the enemy goal. When you defeat Rayquaza, you just instantly win the game. So none of that matters. basically at the start of the game, basically at the start of the game, you get points by defeating Pokemon, and you put those points in the enemy goal, and when you defeat when you defeat Rayquaza, your first 15 minutes in the when you defeat Rayquaza, everything you did before that means nothing. Everything you did before that means nothing. You just instantly win the game, so none of that matters. Well, actually, that's not true. Well, actually, that's not true. Well, actually, that's not true. You just get double points, and you're instantly able to win the game, and you're instantly able to deposit them. You can be losing the whole game and get Rayquaza and win. You can be losing the whole game and steal a Rayquaza and win. It's broken, and sure that might over exaggerate a little bit. It's broken, and sure that might over exaggerate it a little bit. Well, a little bit. But even with all that, I was winning. Even with all that, I was winning. And I was gaining a bit more love for this game. Seeing all the new Pokemon and how their movesets interact was pretty fun. Reminded me of why I grind this game so much at launch. And after all those games, different Pokemon, I had one final game with Cinderace. I did most of the... let's see, how do I want... Where are we even at? Word count. 1,200? I don't even know how much it is for words per minute. Doesn't really matter. It's been over 2 years since Pokemon Unite first came out. And I only have one goal. Get to the best rank. Masters. But first, let's see what new stuff's been added. Well, that took about 10 minutes to get through, but the good news is that I got a lot of free stuff from that. But the bad news is I'm playing against a Mewtwo, and I keep getting one shot. You see, this game is pretty simple. You wait until a new Pokemon comes out, and you play that one. Yeah, it's pretty easy. If you have money. Yeah, it's pretty easy if you have money. When Pokemon Unite first came out, people were complaining about people leveling up items with money. And yeah, they still do that. And a new emblem system, I don't really feel like... And yeah, they still do that. And they have a new emblem system. But now... And yeah, they still do that. And they have a new emblem system. But now they get money with characters and skins. And they release a lot of those. Which I personally kind of like, actually. Even if some are kind of power creep versions of others. Like, I remember Snorlax being one of the best Pokemon in the game. But now he's, well, not good. But in order to see if this was true, I want to test which Pokemon were the best. So before I go for Master Rank, I decided to first win a rank game with every Pokemon. Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. I first played some attackers, which can really just carry the game. I also used some defenders like Crustle, and oh boy, I love Crustle. And oh boy, I love Crustle. But don't worry, the game is still decided. But don't worry, that not. Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. People really just run it down. People really just run it down. I first played some attackers which can really carry the game. And I also used some defenders like Crustle, and oh boy, I love Crustle. But don't worry, the game is still decided right here at Zapdos. Or now Rayquaza. I guess actually that's a bit more filling. Basically, at the start of the game, you get points by defeating Pokemon, you put those points in the enemy goal. And when you defeat Rayquaza, everything you did before that means nothing. You just instantly win the game, so none of that matters. Well, actually, that's not true. You just get... Well, actually, that's not true, I'm lying. You just... Well, actually, that's not true. Well, that's actually not true. You just get double points, and you're instantly able to deposit them. Basically, it's broken. You can be losing the whole game and steal a Rayquaza. You can be losing the whole entire match. And then just steal a Rayquaza and win. Then just steal a Rayquaza and win. It's broken, and sure, that might over-exaggerate. And sure, that might over-exaggerate a little bit. But even with all that, I was winning a lot. And I was getting a bit more love for this game. Seeing all the new Pokemon added and how their movesets interact with other Pokemons. Was pretty fun. It reminded me of why I grind this game so much at launch. And after going from Pokemon to Pokemon, and after going from Pokemon to Pokemon, I had one Pokemon to Pokemon. I had one final game with Cinderace. I did most of the attackers earlier, but I saved Cinderace for last because this was the Pokemon that carried me to Master Rank in the first season. This Pokemon was busted, and I won that game easily. And that's how I won with every Pokemon I had. You see, I was planning on using these free-to-play characters that rotate every week to do this challenge, but you can't really use them in ranked. Which, you know, makes sense because I'd probably run a lot of games down with Zoroark. So I decided to use an alternate route. Money. Yes, I was going to buy every Pokemon Unite character. Wait, never mind, that's too expensive. Wait, never mind, that's... Wait, never mind. That's my whole bank account. Wait, never mind, that's my whole bank account. Alright. Out of my luck, I still had the idea of grinding the Master Rank to prove that 1, you can get far with a character that's not Mewtwo, and 2, that I was a good gamer. You see, my Twitch chat has the idea that I'm bad at games, probably because all I do is shiny hunt, but I had to prove it to them, and to my cousin. Because after that Minecraft speedrun video, he thought I was trash. But first, I need to find my perfect character. I spent multiple hours looking through movesets, tier lists, and was a bit lost. Until I saw Mew. This character was an attacker that had access to multiple moves that you can switch throughout the whole game, which was basically kind of like my original challenge with winning with every Pokemon, making it the best character to pick. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I picked Russell. That guy is awesome. Like, really, I'm surprised this guy is even in the game. And it turns out Crustle is really good. I was going to pick an attacker like the Decidueye, but I realized I'm playing on Joy-Con, and it's kind of hard to aim. And it's kind of hard to aim on them. Not going to lie. I was going to pick an attacker like the Decidueye, but I realized I'm playing on Joy-Con, and it's kind of hard to aim on them. I'm not going to lie. After I went with every Pokemon I had, I was around Veteran Class 4, which is not far out from Master Rank. I just need... After I won with every Pokemon I had, I was around Veteran Class 4, which is not far out from Master Rank. I just need to complete Veteran and Ultra. I started out this far because I got Masters in the first season and it surprisingly didn't decay me further. So my first stream grinding for the rank started. And at first, I was questioning the Crustle pick and picked some other Pokemon. Terrible decision. But the day just kept on getting better and better. When I picked Crustle. This pick worked out pretty well because most players want to play attackers and Crustle happened to be a defender. So I kept playing. Pokemon Unite, you can choose 2 moves to use the entire game out of 4 moves total. This allows for different sets of moves to be used, but I mainly chose Crustle's moves Shell Smash and X Scissor. Basically, Shell Smash makes you quick and Pokemon can't stop you. And X Scissor hits big area and makes them not be able to move. Makes them not be able to do anything. And Crustle being pretty tanky, I can just run in, use X Scissor, and then run out with Shell Smash. And with this strategy, I kept winning. The only time I played other characters is if the team comp really needed it or Crustle was taken. And after that win, I already got to Ultra rank on basically day 1. On basically day 1 of grinding. I was on good pace and at a rank right below Masters. So I decided to call it a break, go on to day 2. And it was going just as well as day 1. I kept winning. After that win, I already got to Ultra rank on basically day 1 of grinding. And after that win, I was at... And after that win, I was 12-2 for the day. And I already got to Ultra rank on basically day 1 of grinding. I was on good pace, and at a rank right below Masters. So I decided to call it a break and go on to day 2. And it was going just as well as day 1. I was 8-1 in Ultra rank. But then I started to slowly lose some of that lead. And it got even worse. I misclicked and selected Pikachu, which I thought was basically throwing a game. But you see, in Season 1, this was my most played character. Which I thought was basically throwing a game. You see, in Season 1, this was my most played character, but right now, Pikachu is just simply outclassed. It's just simply outclassed and does no damage. Wait, won that game somehow. You gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, I was like, they both work. Bro, oh, caught up in some bullshit. You're in trouble. Shut up. I was 8-1 in Ultra Rank, but then we started to lose some of that lead. And it got even worse. I misclicked and selected Pikachu, which I thought was basically throwing a game. You see, in Season 1, this was my most played character. But right now, Pikachu is just simply outclassed and does no damage. Wait, somehow won that game. At this point, it was getting a little obvious how somehow won that game. It was still getting somehow won that game. Wait, somehow won that game. I was wait, should I YouTube plug? Turns out it's pretty easy at this rank. People really just run it down. You know what else is easy? Running down that subscribe button. Really, really, subscribe if you enjoyed. Appreciate it. But you know what else is easy? Running down that subscribe button. Really, subscribe if you enjoyed. That's all. You know what else is easy? Running down that subscribe button. Really, subscribe if you enjoyed. That's all. I first played some attackers, which... Oh, I'm getting a freaking... I don't think I'll record it, but I'll complete it. So I decided to call it a break and go on to day 2. And it was just going as well as day 1. I was 8-1 in Ultra Rank, but then I slowly started to lose some of that lead. And it got even worse. I misclicked and selected Pikachu, which I thought was basically throwing a game. We somehow won that game. I was getting lucky. At this point, I was getting lucky. At this point, it was getting a little obvious how broken Mewtwo actually was. Like, if my team didn't have a Mewtwo Y, then I was a little disheartened. Also, there's a Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y, but according to Reddit, Mewtwo Y just counters Mewtwo X, and that could be told by its win rate, and that can just be told by its win rate. But after all these games, I had to claw my way to Masters. I was winning into losing into winning, but after 2 days of grinding, I took Crustle to Masters. Alright, hope you got... I grind Crustle to Masters. Alright. I grinded Crustle to Masters. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll play more. Peace. Peace. It's kind of a little obvious how broken Mewtwo actually was. Like, my team didn't have a Mewtwo Y, then I was a little disheartened. Also, there's a Mewtwo X, Mewtwo Y, but according to Reddit, Mewtwo Y counters Mewtwo X. And that can be told by the win rate. But after all these games, I had to claw my way to Masters. I was winning into losing into winning, but after 2 days of grinding, I took Russell to Masters. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Proving I can kind of game. To Masters. Alright, hope you enjoyed. Maybe I'll play more. Peace. Alright, I think that's enough for me. I'm done streaming. Peace. I'm done recording. Script done in like 2.5 hours, kind of long, not gonna lie. But I took a lot of breaks, so that's fine. Like 2 hours. It was a weird script to write, to be honest. It's not even that long. It's like 4 pages. It's just a weird one because I never written like this. All right. I'm out. Later. Thank you all for coming.